evening and welcome to this edition of the Evening News for today, Saturday, January 28, 2023. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. In the headlines this evening, Black Panther's Leticia Wright returns to Guyana with grand welcome. Budget debates highlight incompetence of opposition, says Finance Minister. Motorcyclist dies after crashing into parked car on Corentyne Highway. 3 in custody after 1.1 million in cocaine found at PRASHAD NAGAR house. And a man arrested for firing cousin's gun at Coast Demerara bar. Now for the news in detail. We begin tonight's newscast by telling you that a warm and grand welcome was rolled out for Guyanese-born British actress Leticia Wright, who returned to her homeland on Friday evening after more than 20 years. Leticia Wright has our lead story tonight.
Leticia Wright was received by Tourism Minister Onish Walrand along with close family and friends at the Chedijagan International Airport, where a homecoming program was organized. The Marvel actress, known for her role in the Black Panther franchise, returned to Guyana after migrating to the UK when she was 8 years of age.
I felt that there was something for me to do. And God had a way of aligning everything, but I didn't know that I would go away for so long. So as I was landing, I was remembering that little girl and how frustrated she was and not knowing how much she would miss her country and how much she would mean to this country for years to come.
The 29-year-old actress grew up in Coast Demerara before she migrated. However, she expressed that she has always been proud of her roots.
I'm proud to be Guyanese. I've always celebrated the fact that I'm Guyanese. I celebrate that more than anything. So I'm just thankful for the welcome. I did not expect this. My sister's like, oh my God, get ready. I'm just like, nothing crazy is going to happen. I'm going to clear immigration. Maybe wave to some people and then go along my way. But you guys really went above and beyond to show me love. And I promise to always honor you and show you love as well.
Wright will be spending a few weeks in the country where a number of activities are planned. Back in November, President Irfan Ali had congratulated Wright on the success of the Wakanda Forever sequel of Black Panther and had extended an invitation for her to visit her homeland. Leticia Wright, The Evening News.
Finance Minister Dr Ashley Singh on Friday evening wrapped up the week-long debates in the National Assembly on the proposed $781.9 billion budget 2023, and according to him, the lack of competence of the Partnership for National Unity, Alliance for Change opposition was on full display. Let's have a look.
Finance Minister Dr Ashley Singh pointed out that the debates allowed government members of parliament to further elaborate on the host of policies and programs contained in Budget 2023, while similarly offering the opposition MPs the opportunity to present alternative proposals for Guyana, something which they failed to take advantage of.
Instead of presenting an alternative vision for Guyana, instead of proposing alternative policies, programs, and initiatives, they regurgitated, sir, the standard and overworked and tired, old and overused diatribe, which has been subject to multiple rounds of scrutiny by the people of Guyana, and which was roundly and robustly rejected by the people of Guyana in March of 2020.
The finance minister was at the time responding to a host of lofty alternative measures presented by opposition leader Aubrey Norton. During his contributions to the debates, Norton contended that Budget 2023 does not cater to the people of Guyana, and he went on to outline alternatives that are geared towards improving the quality of life of Guyanese. These include a 50% wage and salary increase for public servants, waiver of electricity and water charges for low-income homes, removal of income tax for those living below the poverty line, reduction of VAT to 12%, among others.
We have outlined the weaknesses of this budget. We have pointed out that it does not deliver poverty alleviation measures. We've shown you that it has no cost of living. It has no cost of living, no measures to reduce cost of living. We have shown you that it has no measures to create employment. Mr. Speaker, we have shown you that it does not focus on the development of our people. We recommend to you that you borrow from our people-centered vision and bring a budget that allows our people to develop.
In rebuttal, however, the finance minister called Norton's presentation a bloviation, adding that his long list of policies includes heavy spending, especially on government consumption.
The people of Guyana were reminded once again why they decided, why the people of Guyana decided to put the AP and AFC into opposition in 2020. And similarly, sir, the people of Guyana were reminded of why they decided in 2020 that they wanted to place the responsibility of navigating Guyana, the governmental responsibility of navigating Guyana through this very challenging period in our country's economic history, why they made the conscious decision to task the People's Progressive Party Civic with that responsibility by placing us in government. And we take that charge seriously, sir, and we will discharge it faithfully and diligently.
Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
For the second time in less than 1 year, ranks of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit have arrested a female after a quantity of cocaine was found once again at her PRASHAD NAGAR Georgetown home. The discovery was made on Friday when Kanu officers conducted an operation at the premises located on Shanti Nikitan Street, PRASHAD NAGAR. At the time, 63-year-old Lena Narain, along with 54-year-old Sherman Edmondson and 49-year-old Earl Branch of Pike Street, Kitty, Georgetown, were present. Narain is the owner of the house, while Edmondson is a resident there as well. Kanu said a search was conducted at the house, during which a brick-like parcel suspected to be cocaine was found. The trio was escorted to Kanu's headquarters with the suspected narcotic, which has since tested positive for cocaine, amounting to 1.050 kilograms, with a street value of approximately 1.1 million. Narain, when Kanu officers discovered 11.4 kg of cocaine and 266 grams of ecstasy at the same PRASHAD NAGAR address. Nevertheless, investigations are ongoing into Friday's cocaine bust. Meanwhile, police on the east coast of Demerara have arrested a 33-year-old man after he allegedly discharged his cousin's loaded firearm while at the 626 bar at Good Hope, East Coast, Demerara. The incident occurred at about 23:40 hours on Friday night. According to police reports, the suspect, a resident of Bell West Canal No. 2, West Bank, Demerara, was at the bar consuming alcohol with his cousin, a 28-year-old businessman of Belair Village, Georgetown, who is a licensed firearm holder of a Taurus pistol. The suspect reportedly had the gun in his waist at the time when he removed it and fired a shot in the air. This was reported to the police, and upon their arrival, they searched the patrons at the bar, during which the firearm, along with 11 matching rounds of ammunition, was found in the suspect's waist. The man initially told the police that the firearm was given to him by a friend. Police later learned that the weapon belonged to his 28-year-old cousin, who was also at the bar and admitted ownership of the gun. Both cousins were escorted to the Vigilance Police Station, along with the firearm, ammunition, and a spent shell that was found at the scene. The weapon and ammunition were lodged, pending further investigation. Coming up on the other side of the break, motorcyclist dies after crashing into parked car on Corentyne Highway. Please stay tuned.
Are you a sports fan? Place your sport betting bets today for your chance to win up to $15 million per coupon. Visit any agent near you or www.superbet.gy and place your bets. Must be 18 years and older. Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly. Superbet, your best bet.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. A motorcyclist is now dead after colliding with a parked car along the Corentyne Highway in Region 6 on Friday evening. In this Andrew Carmichael report, you will hear that the young man was reportedly riding in style when the crash occurred. Let's have a look.
Police say the motorcyclist was trying to do a stunt on the highway when he lost control and crashed into a parked car, and it is believed that he died on the spot. The dead man has been identified as 23-year-old Noel Channon, also called Tattoo Bai, and Mustafa, a tattoo artist and laborer of Lot 234, Angleville, Portmoron, Corentyne. Eyewitnesses say around Friday at around 19 hours, Noel was riding the motorcycle and was proceeding south along the eastern drive lane on the Alnis, Corentyne public road. It is alleged that the man lost control of the motorcycle and slammed into the car that was parked on the eastern side of the road shoulder. The car is owned by Argenton Alston, a vendor. He too believes that Channon was not using the road in a proper way at the time of the crash.
I was under me stand sitting and I saw the motorbike pass 2 times up and down its speed. Me and my wife were sitting and laughing, but when we close up, we go in at the market. Next thing you know, I hear blood to the car. When I get up and look, I see a motorbike turn over near the car, and when I come over the road, I see me lie down on the road facing the car. The motorbike broke up. It damaged up my car.
The dead man's mother, Selena, said her son went out to celebrate his birthday on Thursday and returned on Friday. She asked him not to go onto the road with the bike. The tattoo artist promised his mother to adhere to her wishes.
About 6:45 yesterday afternoon, he get away with the motorbike. When me see, me say, where going motorbike, son? He said, Mommy, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to drop my friend home and I'll come back. Me said, I wait for you. I gotta go market. I gotta sleep early. He said, Mommy, 5 minutes. Not take long. And he ride off and he go and he drop his friend. He drop his friend home a train line. And next friend see and tell he said, buy your drunk, go home. He said, yeah. When me get a call about 7 o'clock last night, said my son reached accident to Alice and he laid up on the road.
She said when she went to the Portmoron hospital, her son was still lying in the back of a pickup truck.
My son body lying in his pickup like a piece of tools. I could not believe what I see. He tell me, my son he rude to me, but to everybody, he very nice. He nice to people. He never tell people no when they ask him to do something. He always go to people, but all he mean is be rude to.
This car I use to do my business for body market, morning, afternoon. And right now, this car break up, I can't do no business. Because I got no chance to move for body market. And I like to get something to be done to my car, to get it looked after as early as possible, because this is all depends on it.
Police are still investigating the incident. For the evening news, Andrew Carmichael.
Quick action by a security officer on duty at the Linden Hospital Complex in Region 10 saved the health institution from major catastrophe on Friday. Reports are that the Guyana Fire Service received a call at 13:45 hours and was alerted about a fire at the Linden Hospital Complex located at Riverside Drive, Watuka. The fire, which occurred in the X-ray division, was caused by a faulty fluorescent lamp that overheated, exploded, and ignited nearby combustible materials. With the use of a 10 kg and the 33-pound CO2 fire extinguisher, Chief Security Officer Joel Holder managed to put out the blaze before the arrival of the fire service. This resulted in the damage being minimized to just one electrical fluorescent lamp, which was destroyed. The fire service said this incident has highlighted the importance of having fire extinguishers in homes, businesses, and all other buildings. We now tell you that some 200 communities and almost 100,000 residents will benefit from the Hinterland Poor Remote Communities Internet Connectivity Project when it is rolled out this year. Here is Jarrell Bryan with the details.
Divulging information on the Hinterland Poor Remote Communities HPRC project was Prime Minister Mark Phillips during Day 5 of the budget debates. He explained that the project is on track to operationalize 100 ICT hubs by the first quarter of 2023. Phillips was also critical of the former APNU AFC government, saying that the project languished under them.
Nothing was done. You signed the document, the money was made available, the equipment was bought and placed in the bond after being stored in containers. Mr. Speaker, from then to now, and I wish to remind all that the HPRC was conceptualized by a previous PPPC government. From then to now, and I have one here for you, honorable member. 100 ICT hubs on track to be operationalized by January 2023. Equipped with 20 laptops, printers, and scanners, 32-inch television, surge protection, security locks, fans, cubicle chairs. Installation of 75 photovoltaic system of 15,250 watt solar panels, digital inverter, power cubes, batteries.
According to the Prime Minister, 70 ICT managers and 25 solar technicians will be trained this year so that they can provide services to the project. When it comes to the project's range, Phillips said that over 98,000 residents would benefit in 200 communities.
70 ICT hub managers will be trained in January 2023 in areas of computer literacy, report writing, internet and email PV technicians, PV basics, effective communication, 25 photovoltaic technicians, trained in areas of solar installation. And Mr. Speaker, over 98,000 residents in 200 hinterland, poor and remote communities will benefit from this project. This is a benefit that the people should have had before 2020.
Jarrell Bryan, The Evening News.
Calls for honesty made by the APNU AFC opposition backfired on Friday when leader of the Liberty and Justice Party, Lennox Schumann, delivered his contributions to the budget debates and called out the former coalition for their failure to uphold what they preach. Leticia Wright joins us again with the details.
Deputy Speaker Lennox Schumann addressed the National Assembly to set the record straight on the failures of the former APNU AFC administration and clarifying mistruths that he said were being peddled in the House. Schumann highlighted some instances where he held the position of Vice Chairman of the National Coast Council.
I can speak with authority because I was a victim of the very same discriminatory process that the honorable member spoke about, except that it came from this side when they were in government. When I was vice chairman of the National Coast Council, they tried to throw me in jail. They tried to destroy my life. When the National Coast Council had our conference, they say, yes, you have control, but they're going to write the program, they're going to control the agenda, they're going to control where you stay, your travel. And when we had, Mr. Speaker, a very comprehensive agenda for all of those sittings, members of the ministry at the time literally took our agenda and tore it up. Say, you don't need that, we've got one. So you cannot speak about taking your knees off the necks of indigenous peoples.
Then, as a member of the Amerindian Land Titling Board, Schumann expressed that Amerindian land titling moved absolutely nowhere under the APNU AFC.
Amerindian land titling moved absolutely nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. And I can say that with authority because I sat on that board. I sat on that board. When party affiliates from the APNU AFC sat in that room and said, we are not giving out any more land titles. Not on one occasion, Mr. Speaker. On multiple occasions they said that. And the honorable minister at the time could not do anything. And that is the degree of respect that they have for indigenous peoples. Absolutely none.
Highlighting progress made from 2020 to date, he indicated that indigenous people now have better access to education, the internet, and health care. The Deputy Speaker commended the language program that is now being launched in 2 communities and yet to be rolled out in 18 others. Rupa Sinarain, The Evening News.
We'll now take a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbor Bridge will be closed to vehicular traffic on Sunday, January 29, 2023 at 10 hours 30 and then again at 23 hours 30 for a period of 1.5 hours each. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is expected to be closed at 10 hours on Sunday, January 29, 2023, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
And now the local stock exchange market compliments of Gassi. Science-based development in focus at Sport Conference. This and more coming up in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp.
Cause we outside! Guyana! Pack your coolers and get your rags and link your crew because we outside! Heading to the National Stadium this Saturday, February 19th for the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports Mastra Mati Soca Monarch. It's a Hits and Jams Cooler Vaccination Fat. It's a Soca Cooler Fat and you're gonna get wet this Saturday at the National Stadium. Ticket prices are $2,000. VIP tickets, $5,000. Available right now at Hits and Jams office at 206 Landscape Street, Queenstown. You must present your vaccination and ID cards to enter the venue. Brought to you by the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport. We are one. Guyana.